We're human. We can all struggle to get over things. We can all have our fears. However, more often than not, the things that we struggle to get over, we wouldn't want to put anyone else that we care about in that situation. We avoid putting someone else in that situation. The things that we fear, we go all out to make sure it doesn't happen for somebody close to us or other people. Narcissistic individuals often struggle to move past certain events and certain situations and certain challenges within their life that disrupts their facade that they're selling to the world, that disrupt their need for control. When it comes to narcissistic individuals, one thing they struggle to get over is any perceived slight or any perceived criticism. Narcissistic individuals have a very fragile ego and cannot tolerate any form of criticism or perceived slight. We all know within ourselves criticism isn't pleasant. You can offer a narcissist constructive feedback, and because it wasn't their idea, they get offended with you. You can just say, oh, I'm sorry, I can't make today, I've already got prior arrangements, I can do tomorrow, and they get offended with you. They hold grudges against others for the things that they did to other people. Narcissists hold grudges and remain fixated on either any minor sort of criticism or constructive feedback or negative feedback. They want to be perceived as perfect. And even though they struggle to move past criticism, they don't like criticism because they know how much it hurts them. They go all out to criticize those that they are envious of, criticize those who question their authority. They go all out to pull other people down, to destroy other people's self-worth and confidence so that the narcissist can feel better about themselves. A narcissist often fears rejection and abandonment. Rejection and abandonment is far from pleasant. However, most genuine people can sort of recognise you're not rejected, you're redirected. It's a process we have to work through at times. If it's a job, we have to learn what we need to improve on, and it's not always pleasant. Being rejected or abandoned for a narcissist is a severe blow to their ego. They think they're the bee's knees. How dare you reject them or abandon them? They obsess. They can start to stalk you and harass you. They're looking to seek revenge, to try and prove their worth to themselves, that they are better than you. However, as they know this hurts them, they will happily abandon you at your time of need, and they lack the empathy to care. They just know it's going to hurt you and crush you. And they validate it in their own mind that if you're in a time of need and they abandon you, then they were right in abandoning you because you were the one who wasn't giving them enough attention. Because they're seeking that excessive attention. They believe they're entitled to that attention. So they rewrite it in their mind how they are right and you are wrong. Being ignored or overlooked. If you've been around a narcissist who often uses the silent treatment and ignores you and overlooks your opinions, it's normal to dislike this kind of thing. Narcissists crave that admiration and that attention. They're seeking that excessive attention. When they're ignored or not given the attention they believe that they're entitled to, it's deeply unsettling and unnerving for them, and they find it challenging to move past. How can you not recognise how amazing their idea is, how wonderful they are as a person? And yet again, because they know it hurts them, they will go all out to ignore you whenever you question their authority, whenever you confront them about something, whenever you have an idea that they wish they'd have thought of themselves. Loss of control. Now, we can all like that sense of certainty within our life. This is normal. For a narcissist, situations where they feel like they're losing control over other people's minds, they get offended. They get extremely distressed about this. They can continue to dwell over past situations, and they will try to regain control in some way to validate themselves, or they will try to punish the other person and validate it as to the other person made it happen. It was the other person's fault, even though it wasn't. failure and defeat. Defeat can be very stressful when we're trying to do something and it's just not working, and sometimes we just have to step away and then go back to it. Failure isn't pleasant, but we all have to start somewhere. We all have to learn. Failure is just our first attempt in learning. Narcissists see themselves as superior and infallible. They do not make mistakes. They are perfect. They don't need the lessons. They already know everything. Just ask one of them. They will take you around their houses to explain something they don't even know. Experiencing failure or defeat is a significant blow to their fragile ego and their self-image, and they struggle to accept it. They struggle to move on. They go all out to validate by passing the blame onto somebody else. If you hadn't, if they hadn't, somebody else let them down. It wasn't their failure. It wasn't their defeat. It was somebody else's. Comparisons to other people. Now, we ourselves can compare ourselves to other people, and it's not a good thing to do, and you've often been trained by a narcissist to compare yourselves to others. I think it was Jordan Peterson's "only compare yourself to who you were yesterday," because when we get trapped in that comparison, we can then become envious. Now, it's okay to be jealous. You can recognise and be pleased for the other person and realise it's something you would like for yourself and work on it for yourself. With a narcissist, they get envious and they seek to destroy other people. Being compared unfavourably isn't pleasant, and a narcissist will do this to you because they know how it feels. A narcissist don't like being outshined. They don't like being outsmarted. It's intolerable for them. They can't stand it. They obsess over the comparisons and they go all out to destroy the other person that they were compared against. They try to diminish other people's accomplishments or destroy other people's achievements to elevate their own. And you don't have to directly compare them. You can just say, hey, so-and-so's graduated, we're off to celebrate, are you coming? They take offence because it's not about them. And yet again, they will go all out to compare you to other people because they know it hurts themselves. Exposure of flaws and weaknesses. Now, we can all have our vulnerabilities that we perhaps don't want the whole world to know about. With a narcissist, they work so hard to craft and maintain that image of perfection. When their flaws or weaknesses are exposed, it's absolutely crushing and devastating to them. They can react with anger, denial, and attempts to discredit those who revealed the narcissist's imperfections. These unresolved issues that a narcissistic individual carries leads to their ongoing resentment and bitterness towards others and their effort to regain that sense of superiority and control, and the effort to destroy other people so that they can feel better about themselves, which is why we ourselves, when we have those unresolved issues, we do have to work on them. It may seem unfair at times, but genuine people don't want to harm other people. Narcissistic people use the things that harms them to harm other people. If anyone has any thoughts on this or anything you notice that narcissistic individuals struggle to get over or fear, please do add those into the comments for people reading. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have several books out on Amazon. How to create boundaries around those who have no respect for your boundaries. A Narcissists Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse. 15 rules to deal with narcissistic people if you cannot go no contact with them. The new book, which is the hilarious and horrifying narcissistic memes and their meanings. And this one strays away from actually learning about the disorder and is more focused on recovery, which is Healing from Narcissistic Abuse, a guided journal for recovery and empowerment. And these are all available on Amazon if you'd like to go and take a look at those. The links will be in the video description. Thank you very much for watching. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.